upon a time, there was a little girl called Cindy who lived with her skinny mother Botoxia and her two sisters Skinisha and Bonietta. They had spent gazillions on trying to look exactly like copies of fashion magazine models. They ignored Cindy because she looked too average. "You're too ordinary," her mother cried. "You're too short," yelled Skinisha. "And too fat," added Bonietta. Cindy wasn't really too short or fat. She was just right for her age, but that didn't count with her mother or sisters. One night, Cindy was left all alone while her mother and sisters went out to the latest hotspot nightclub to be seen and get their pictures in the magazines. Cindy spent her time happily reading about other children in the world. She knew that even though her life sometimes felt hard, there were other children who had even harder lives than her. She promised herself that one day she would travel the world, meet these children, and together they would change the world. All of a sudden, two powerful fairy godmothers appeared. "We will change your body shape with cheaply made expensive balls. Then you can be just like your sisters," sang the two terrible godmothers Mingy and Goanna. The godmothers began to try to change Cindy's shape. "Always remember our rule, the right clothes will make you better than everyone else," they sang. The godmothers pushed Cindy into a minicab ready to take her shopping for lots and lots of clothes she didn't want. Fortunately, the driver of this cab was a wise old wizard from a far-off land. Leaving the godmothers behind, he flew Cindy around the world so her wish would come true. She got to see all kinds of wonderful lands and meet fantastically interesting children. When Cindy got back, her family and the godmothers were waiting for her. They were very angry. She tried to tell them how wonderful the world was and how much there was to do to make it better, but they weren't interested. "How dare you leave the house, you ugly creature," cried her mother. "Why would you want to go to places that don't have lots of things to buy?" shouted Skinisha. "Oh, none of those people look the same as the fashion magazine pictures, like we do," boasted Bonietta. "How could you leave the house without following our fashion rules?" cried the silly godmothers. But Cindy had become very wise and powerful during her travels. She sent her mother and sisters to a refugee camp where everyone was starving, so they could stay thin for nothing. She used the money they saved on plastic surgery and dieting to pay for food and projects for the refugee children. Cindy sent the godmothers to work in a sweat factory to do the work of the children who had been used as cheap labor to make expensive fashion. So the godmothers got to be with their beloved fashion for 18 hours a day. Meanwhile, Cindy and the children lived contentedly ever after, working to make the world better for people of all different colors, shapes, and sizes.